Emo, z tej strony matiszxcs, witam was w EVERSPACE dwójeczce i takie nietypowe przywitania, dlatego że wyszedł już ten taki wielki update, o którym na pewno wspominałem, ale nie wiem czy na tej serii. No ale ogólnie chodzi w tym update'cie, że mamy tak filmiki, tak, różne tutaj rzeczy, fajne rzeczy, ale ja wam chcę pokazać to roadmapa. I mamy tak, teraz ten update, czyli tutaj nam rozwinęło grę, dodało nowe itemki, atrybuty, tam coś tam do statku, quality of life. No i taki główny chyba feature update'u wyszedł DLC, który jest po prostu tylko artbookiem, czyli ładne obrazki z gry. No i potem te ładne obrazki z gry mają być rozszerzone o jeszcze więcej ładnych obrazków, ale potem na wiosnę ma wyjść kolejny wielki update, który ma nam dodać endgame, ale to na wiosnę 2024, co nie? Czyli w następnym roku będziemy prawdopodobnie kończyć tą grę. Tym chyba ją zakończymy, z tego co tak przypuszczam. Plus jak widzicie mają dojść też nowe tam rzeczy do statków, no i co najfajniejsze, nowe legendy. No i na koniec tam na lato 2024 roku twórcy tutaj piszą, nie wiem, ja to rozumiem jako o spotkaniu jakimś, ale no nie wiem, no mnie najbardziej tutaj interesuje wiosna, czyli endgame i nowe legendarne rzeczy. No, a teraz już przejdźmy do odcinka. Wy oczywiście zostawcie lajka, zachęcam was do subskrybowania kanału, żeby nie przegapić tych odcinków i napiszcie komentarz LMO. A w odcinku zrobimy sobie questa głównego. No bo tak pomyślałem, że to będzie chyba najlepsza opcja. Zrobienie go, bo jesteśmy już prawie na 23 levelu. Więc może w trakcie po prostu robienia tego questa sobie dobijemy ten level. I tak wiem, miał być jeszcze live przed tym odcinkiem, ale znaki na niebie i na ziemi pokazały, że w sobotę nie będę miał czasu, czyli z waszej perspektywy, no w tą sobotę co była, więc sobie siadam i nagrywam odcineczek, bo mam czas. Mam nadzieję, że się cieszycie.
Okay, Pango, I'm at the coalition shop. I don't really have the time to hang around and wait for this guy to show up.
I don't expect you to. If you would kindly dock with the shop, I could attempt to penetrate their database and extract a triangulation of their client's approach and drop locations. You must act as a decoy while I initiate a security override.
You need me to provide a distraction.
Stall for time, make small talk, and I'll be able to hack their network via your systems.
I suppose I'm not being given a say in this.
I znowu jesteśmy przynętą. A też jeszcze korzystając z okazji, że z początek odcinka też zapraszam na demko z The Inquisitor. Bardzo ciekawa gra, jeszcze nie wyszła, ale demko, no fajny ma klimacik, więc zapraszam was, w tym tygodniu
Welcome
będzie.
to the Coalition store. What can I do you for?
Just keep them occupied while I link to their systems in the background.
Yeah, do you stock beans here by any chance?
We got beans of all varieties. What's your pick?
Oh, well, what are my choices?
Well, we got pinto beans and refried beans and garbanzo and black beans. Then there's your standard beans and your kidney beans, white and red.
Any other types?
Well, we got stocks of the less popular fava, mung beans, anasazi, lima, flageolet, haricot.
Keep them talking. I'm nearly through.
Wow, that is quite a selection. Or is there more?
Look, are you seriously interested in purchasing beans, or are you just in the business of hearing me listen off names of beans?
Oh, I am all into beans, all right. In fact, I'm in the market for a few crates to keep the crew back on base happy. I just need to find the right sort.
Because we also got your standard soybeans, then there's a lentil and pea varieties.
Ooh, do tell me more.
Well, your green lentil is regarded as a bean and is pretty versatile.
I'm through. I have the flight records I need.
Great. Let me consider my options, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.
Ah, damn time waster.
O, smutny handlarz nie sprzedał nam fasoli. Fanatyk fasoli, tak, to my. O, zobaczę co jeszcze jest. O, jest w końcu generator. Czuję się zobowiązany, żeby go kupić. Mam nadzieję, że w końcu broń... Nie będę narzekał na tę broń, co nie?
You got the location of your client?
An approximation. The data I read indicates that he has spent most of his time just inside the Drake system. Transferring coordinates to you.
Dobra, czyli lecimy gdzie indziej.
What can you tell me about this guy?
Only that he is a somewhat secretive individual who appears to be avoiding his debtors. He goes by the moniker Ghost.
Well, with a name like that, he surely doesn't want to be found.
I learned that he had accumulated some sizable losses at the gambling tables. Although he did pay hard creds for the mainframe disruptor and attempted no trickery. I had informed him that the device was as yet largely unproven, but he seemed intent on field testing it for himself.
I guess the guy at least sounds reasonable. Let's hope he's willing to do business. This guy picked a hell of a place to hide out. Hell being the operative word. If there's someone calling himself Ghost in the area, could you please open a channel? Fallon Pango sent me. I'd like to discuss some trade. No answer. Could this really be the right place? I mean, who would stay here?
There is the faintest signal of a life form below the surface. I cannot locate the exact position, but allow me to point you in the general direction.
Okay, let's check it out.
No to nieźle, znowu mamy powrót na wulkaniczną planetę. Ciekawe, czy znowu będę miał problemy z pływaniem w lawie. Nie, to są jakieś konstrukcje tutaj. No.
Hey, what's going on here? I just came to talk. Stop this immediately if you care about your turrets. Alright, you leave me no choice. Have it your way.
Bohater tu powiedział to już dawno. Podjąłem decyzję o rozwaleniu
There is
życia.
movement of a life sign. Caution advised.
Look, if you're even listening, I'm not here to fight. Pango sent me. I need the mainframe disruptor you bought from him. It's important.
One can only assume from the lack of response, not least the name of this individual you seek, that he does not wish to communicate. But it is also probable that he is not even here, and the life sign I am registering is a native species.
Też mam jakieś wielkie wejście. Kurde, myślałem, że ten generator trochę szybciej będzie nam regenerował broń, a widzicie, przynajmniej widzieliście, że nagle nam zabrakło. Oho. Energii. Chociaż... Ty, jest strzelanie. Jest dopiero pauza i wtedy on regeneruje. Musi być... nie wiem, z 2-3 sekundy pauzy, żeby dopiero zaczęło regenerować. Oj, zamknie nas tutaj. Jak robot ze złomowiska z początku serii.
You have to stop this. Lives hang in the balance.
No, tak myślałem.
Please, take my word for it. I need that device to stop a war from breaking out.
The life sign has moved again.
Let's see if we can coax him out of his hole.
Znowu jesteśmy w tunelu z pułapkami.
Why is it that every time I need to get someone on my side, I have to go through some rigmarole?
It is the universe's way of reminding you that you bring nothing but trouble.
Już. Jestem przetrenowanym mistrzem włamywania się w ostatnim odcinku. No dobra, no może jeszcze nie takim mistrzem, ale aspiruję. Może nie wlećmy w ogień, bo ostatnio nas zmroziło, to teraz nie chcę, żeby mnie spaliło. Czy to wszystko? Szkoda, że tutaj nie dali ukrytego takiego ostatniego panelu do rozbrojenia jakiejś tam ostatniej miny. Fajnie by było. Oj, oj, oj. Nie wiem, czemu nie chciał mi wyhamować. Dobra, jest stabilny rdzenik. No tyle trzeba uważać, żeby go w ogień nie wsadzić. Okej. I teraz go rozwaliłem statkiem. Jak to powinno wyglądać? O! Myślałem, że to będzie trochę dłuższe. No i jednak tam lecimy. Tak myślałem. No i... po osłonie. Może strzelba będzie lepsza. No jednak na hita ściąga. Pięknie działa. Na blisko najlepsza broń na świecie. Chociaż no, brakuje jej przebicia osłony, to akurat jej mankament. Ale nic nie jest idealne, prawda?
Okay, you need to back off. This is our bounty. Wait, no,
Wiem, że to jakieś
I'm
przejście
here on a
jest.
friendly visit. Hang on, are we even talking about the same person? The deadbeat who calls himself Ghost. Who else would come out this far to dodge what he owes? Yeah, well, interesting story, but I'm gonna have to ask you to hold off until I've had a word with him first. A private matter. Besides, I was here before you. Our business takes precedence. Back off or we open fire.
It always comes to this. A little courtesy and understanding could prevent so much violence.
You didn't leave these goons here, did you? Or should I thank you for the intervention? Either way, you being here gives me the time to get the jump on them. Ah, so you're a Ghost. I don't think I led these guys here, just bad timing. But you and me really need a word. Yeah, I heard you earlier. I got the disruptor, but to be
Kurde,
honest,
jeszcze
I don't
więcej
know
ich
you
tam
from
jest.
Adam. Who are you anyway? I'm a guy on a very important mission. Well, guy, you want to talk, you help me get out of this alive. There's quite a lot of these jerks. You must owe a fortune to warrant such a mob. My unlucky streak at the tables was no accident, or manufactured. I was set up, is what I'm saying. The cards were manipulated. You just keep them busy while I prepare my grand entrance.
O,
If we're to trust each other, you need to tell me your real name. Actually, it really is Adam. Adam Roslin. Adam Roslin? I lost happily at poker to a guy with that name years back. But I saw him die. Well, couldn't have been me then. But, I kinda have a complicated family tree. Anyway, I have the mainframe disruptor. I've been fine-tuning it out here. Let's test it out on these goons. Bring down their shields so I can disable their crafts. Just bring down their shields? Yep, and let me do the rest.
kurde, oni sobie tej pogawędkę rządzili. Ale strasznie dużo tych łowców nagród, tak na przylecie. I strasznie szybko ten duch do nas wyszedł. On nam pomoże w ogóle? Ale strzelbą w kurde po osłonie. Ten człowiek dzban.
That's the way to
Jest
do it.
tutaj... Czej, co? Jakieś... Zniszcz osłony celi użyj właściwego programu.
Oh, there'll be more of
Aha.
them. Now they've found me. I
Dlatego oni
reckon
się
this
respią.
hiding spot is no longer viable. Yeah, quite some pad. How did you come by it in the first place? Pre-war abandoned mines. Shame I won't be able to stay. Can't even peek my head out of the DMZ either with a reward on my scalp. Well, I'm sure something will turn up. You seem like a resourceful guy to me. Thanks, that's encouraging. Nice.
A, ja go już zawirusowałem. Sprzedam mu jeszcze mojego wirusa. Jestem zawirusa... On... Kurde, na uciek. I dobra.
What kind of technological wizardry is this?
Już z pozostałych łowców, okej. Powiem wam, że trochę niebezpiecznie jest tutaj. W ogóle najlepsze jest to, że dźwięk podawania tego wirusa to jest dźwięk tego rozładowywania się mojego telefonu. Nie wiem czemu. To jest, a przynajmniej bardzo podobny jest ten dźwięk. Dlatego tak się na początku zaniepokoiłem. O kurde, no jest tak dźwięk, jakby mi telefon padał. Kurde, ciekawe, czy ten gość jest lepszy od naszego ziomeczka hakera? Czy jednak nasz ziomeczek haker jest lepszy? Hakerkiem. Kurde, to jest twarde osłony mają. Lepsze jest to, że ja mam broń jednak do niszczenia osłon. Główny damage 1200 na osłonę. Nie czuć w ogóle tego. Kurde, jakie tu egzekucje są, co nie? Aż przypominam wam, że raz bandyci naszego bohatera w jedynce napadli i zostawili, żeby umarł z braku tlenu. Wszystko co cenne zabrali mu ze statku, a my tutaj jednak jesteśmy miłosierni.
That was the last of them. Can we dock and have that word now? Seeing as you were a help, I should hear you out.
Okej, ale ty w ogóle wyleciałeś im pomogłeś, bo to jakiś statek coś tam migał. Dopalacze. Pociski. O właśnie, mówiąc o pociskach. Trzeba stare rozmontować, zamontować jakieś nowe. O. Jakoś tak podejrzanie to wygląda na ścianie. Tam jakiś terminal.
So I'll be needing that mainframe disruptor. I'm willing to pay.
No can do. This really isn't about the creds. With my hideout gone, it's the only ace I got left, so sorry. The device stays with me.
Pengo tells me you were straight up with him in trade. Let me ask you a few things. Where do you stand with G&B?
Can't stand him.
You know of Oscar Blakemore?
An absolute maniac.
What if I was to tell you that he's about to trigger a conflict with the Okar, which will end up jeopardizing every colonial settler in the cluster?
Sounds like his MO, all right. At least the man I know from reputation.
Well, it's for that I need the disruptor. I intend to ground his mining fleet.
A bold move. Alone?
Well, maybe not. I got someone on the inside, but I could use any help I can get. And you seem like a competent person in possession of the tools I need. I could also offer you a place you could temporarily lay low.
It's a noble cause. I suppose it's one I could get behind, and I got nowhere else to go right now. Count me in.
Look, Ghost, is that your real name?
Quentin Briggs. But I really prefer Ghosts. It's how I operate.
Okay, Ghost. If I take a chance on you, I don't want to end up regretting it.
You won't. But if you want this disruptor to work on larger mining craft, we'll need to find some way to reduce the cooldown between bursts. This thing needs specific tuning. Pango didn't get that far in development.
I got someone who can take a look at it. Let's meet at my base and I can introduce you to the others.
Hey, I can trust you, right?
I don't leave my people behind. Come on, I don't have time to lose. Hive, patch me through to the Commissioner. I better keep her appraised. Hawk, I have a mainframe disruptor which might turn the tables in our favor. I've seen it in action, and it does what it says on the box, but it needs some modifications to reduce the time it needs between uses.
That is positive news. I have received intel that the G&B elite squad are in the Byron system, quite far off, leaving Vesna with little more than automated defenses. So if there was ever a time to strike, now would be it.
I wonder what the elites are doing so far from home. Okay, any idea on how to proceed?
There are a number of mining vessels on the surface. Once you disable them, Tammy can get you access to the interior hangars in order to destroy their Viridium drills and other mining equipment. I must demand that you prevent casualties. These are innocent miners.
Of course. Understood.
Once you have knocked out their operational capacity, I will make my appearance and read the Riot Act.
That will be a moment to see.
Listen, Adam. I've spoken with the emissary and he is running out of options to quiet the drums of war in the Okar camp. I can't stress the urgency of our actions much more.
I get how critical all of this is. I won't let you down.
Kurde, no takie bardzo szybka rekrutacja do naszego teamu, co nie? Lubisz pinie, super, witamy w firmie, co nie?
Delia, Ben, guys, I'm heading back to base with company. I'll be able to offer a full briefing once I'm there.
It would be about time you dropped off Eduardo. Kala is very anxious to see him.
He's safe and sound on board. I'll also need Ben to take a look at a disruptor device I picked up. I'll be there shortly.
Okej, czyli chyba lecimy teleportem, co nie? Kurde, oby teraz nas żadna wyrwa nie wciągnęła, co nie?
This
Ta
always
szczelina.
plays havoc on my geolocationary sensors.
You'll get used to it, Hive.
Boże, już się wystraszyłem, ale nie, na szczęście żadna wrywa nas nie wciąga. Chociaż mechaniki... Kurde, mam nadzieję, że to nie była jedyna okazja, żeby przejść tą całą wyrwę. Co nie, jak się nas wciągnęła.
Hey, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to Ghost.
Pleasure to meet you all. Nice to see some pretty faces for a change.
He is in possession of a mainframe disruptor, which we are hoping to use to ground the G&B mining fleet. The idea is to cause enough chaos on the Vesna mining colony so that Blakemore can't move on the Comet, and Commissioner Hawk can stage a lawful intervention. Ghost and I need to do this ASAP, while the elite squad are out of the system. It'll be a quick in and out operation with only automated defenses to worry about.
Sounds audacious.
Audacious is my middle name, sweetheart.
You call me sweetheart one more time, and I'll...
Oh, yeah, okay, so, I should explain, Ghost. Delia here is quite handy with a tranq dart gun, so I would stay on her good side.
Wait! None of this clarified anything for me. Catch me up here, I'm still really confused.
Our operation is about protecting the people who live in the DMZ, Alec, including your whole family. If war breaks out, a lot of people would die, and all just to make Blakemore more powerful and untouchable.
Okay, I can agree that sounds bad.
I took a look at that disruptor, and it seems I'll be able to tweak the cooldown without a problem. Not entirely sure for how long it could keep a ship demobilized, however.
Thanks, Ben. I'd like to ask you all to stay on high alert while we carry this mission out. Keep an eye out for G&B scouts. I'm not quite sure whether they know where we are, but we need to keep a low profile anyway. They appear to be stretched thin, but they're not a spent force yet.
I believe the majority of us here want to see crisis diverted. Thank you, Adam, for your efforts.
This will all be over soon enough. I'm pretty confident of that.
Kurde. Szkoda, że w ogóle ten wątek klona tak mało został posunięty, co nie? Jednak liczyłem, że ten wątek klona też będzie dosyć znaczący, chociaż no, dalej nie wiemy, co tam z naszymi wizjami, co nie?
Hey, Ben. If there's any reassurance I can offer? After all you've done for me, you should know that I got your back. I just don't relish the idea of something happening to you before I get a chance to repay you.
I would never expect anything in return between friends. And, about the whole clone thing?
It's all good, Adam. Relax. Yeah, I was surprised, but I had a good think about it. It doesn't change my view of you in any way. I've already got Warto up and running again, Cal is happy, and Delia has a good handle on base management at this stage.
That's all very encouraging to hear.
Coś myślę, że po tej akcji się nie rozpadniemy, tylko zostaniemy taką ekipą. Też nie wiem, co by niby wspólnie będziemy robić, ale no. Kurde, dobrze porozkładałem te teleportery, bo teraz musimy skakać cały czas między układami gwiezdnymi, a tak to jeden guziczek. Chociaż szkoda, że nie w te miejsce, co potrzebujemy, tylko z góry ustalone, ale może to się rozwinie. Jeszcze nie wiadomo. Kurde, wiecie czego nie kupiłem? Nie kupiłem nanonitów, teraz tak sobie uświadomiłem. To może być nawet niezła
Should be able to help reestablish that encrypted link to our guy on the inside. Hey, Tammy, you read me?
I've been briefed by the commissioner and I'm standing by. You know what to do?
We'll tackle the surface fleet first, and then you'll let us into the hangars. And, it's nice to hear your voice again. At least now I can act like myself around you.
We need to act quick. I think security might be onto me. I'm worried they might suspect me after your last visit, and that my movements have been monitored.
I understand. The commissioner will be here shortly, and you'll be in safe hands.
Okej. Zniszcz 50 wszystkich wieżyczek i salonów rakietowych na ziemi. Użyj zasięgu oprogramowania. Czyli zniszcz osłony namierzonego celu i użyj... Aha. Czekajcie, wiecie co? Dali zapisywać grę.
We're under attack! Scanning intruders! Yeah, party time! Fire away! Hey, take it easy. The objective here is to ground the mining fleet, but we don't want to hurt any civilian miners. They've got nothing to do with this.
I'm good with that. You just bring down the shields and I'll do the rest.
Pozwoliłem ten shield, zniszcz osłonę namierzonych celów.
I have my suspicions who you're working for.
You'll find out soon enough.
Teraz... O, wcześniej wirusa.
Seems to be working. Shame we can only do one at a time, but this is still
Co mnie
doable.
bije? Nie mogę
It's a cinch.
zrozumieć.
On to the next.
Kurde, jakieś rakiety mi biją. Silos rakietowy GMB, no dobra.
Oh, you want to play the hero? But I know you're no better than any mercenary. Name your price.
I will not even entertain the idea.
Nie wiem, czy na początku nie muszę właśnie tych wieżyczek porozwalać. Chociaż już chyba nic we mnie nie... Dobra, jeszcze tu jakaś wieżyczka wali. Okej, czy... Nie, samolot nie przyleciał.
You have that Roslyn arrogance, all right. If only I could harness that loyalty and obedience from you also. There's that Roslyn name again. You guys certainly get around.
I can't get into it right now.
Jeszcze to. Kurde, szkoda, że nie mogę się skupić na tych tekstach, ale no, najwyżej podczas montażu sobie poczytam. Kurde, ten
At least
dźwięk.
if there's anyone on board, it's a soft landing.
We have detected the activities of a saboteur.
Muszę poczekać teraz między
Better hurry this up before they can mobilize.
strzałami. Mam nadzieję, że nie zagłuszam wam tekstów. Gadam sam do siebie. Wiecie, jest taki typowy YouTuber. A, to też jest fachtowiec. Może, czekaj. Chyba najpierw tego muszę. Co? Tak, ze strzelbą się na pewno przebije.
It's a good
Dobra.
thing the elite squad aren't here.
Hey man, don't be tempting fate by even mentioning their name. That's a jinx.
Well, jinx or not, Blakemore probably has got eyes on us now. We best watch out.
A, 3 sekundy, 2. Okej. O, wieżyczki już rozwaliłem, tak? A nie, dobra, jeszcze ta barka. Nie wiem, po co jest ten limit czasu. No, 2 sekundy, 1. Dobra, już mogę sobie odłączyć prąd w telefonie? Nie mogę. Przerażający to dźwięk dla mnie.
What I can see. So now we ransom GMB for the codes to remove the malware, right?
No, that wasn't the plan actually. But why don't you just transfer me those codes in case we need a bargaining chip?
I don't really see the benefit of this exercise if we're not squeezing them for every cred they got.
The greater good? Hey, I really had no idea you had ulterior motives in all this.
Come on, aren't we all in it for the filthy lucre at the end of the day?
This is really not a good time to start arguing about all this. Why don't we just pick up this discussion later?
Hey, you know I'm kidding around, right? Lighten up.
Okej, ale... No właśnie, skończyłem już.
Do you really believe that this pathetic demonstration will hinder my plans?
Blakemore, you know perfectly well what will happen if you go after that comet.
Who do you think you are to intrude in our affairs? Ordering mining fleet to override safety mechanisms for immediate launch. Yes, sir!
With the disruptions to the mainframes, the ships will be unable to launch with success. They will very likely crash.
Hive, see if you can get me to broadcast directly to the miners' channel so we can warn them.
Their channels are blocked.
You just ordered innocents to their deaths. Those miners had nothing to do with the politics involved.
If you
You become a pawn. You become part of the game. Once they signed the G&B contract, they signed away their right to exist beyond what I tell them to do.
Dude, I really want to kill this guy now.
We'll let the commissioner take care of him her way. Right now, we need to concentrate on making sure that fleet stays grounded. And for that, we need to get inside and destroy their equipment. Okay, Tammy, we've disabled the mining craft. Can you get us in so we can wreck the Viridium mining drills?
I've opened the first door for you, but I'm not sure what more I can do. They're on to me. My clearance has been revoked. Looks like my time is up.
We need to get you out of there right away, before they get their hands on you. Ghost, can you manage an extraction and bring Tammy safely back to base?
You got it. Tammy, get to the dock ASAP.
Sorry your cover got blown, Tammy.
At least I got to do some damage beforehand. Was the moment I'd been waiting for.
Kurde, i wbiję 23 level na sam koniec. Wspaniale. Może jeszcze beczunkę zrobić. Ło! I to jest powinien się rozbić, ale to nie, to na szczęście nie bombowiec, że jest z jakiejś porcelany.
Gotta get through this other door. There's not much more I'll be able to do.
Od razu strzelbę wziąć. Sposób na otwarcie drzwi.
I would suggest deploying a drone, since you have favored them so much of late.
Well, nothing works better for getting into those unreachable places.
Nie mogę patrzeć na te drony z tymi nogami. Okej, czy ja muszę tu wejść i się dać zeskanować?
I have to admire your ingenuity to an extent. You're not so different from my Roslyn at all.
Admit it, Blakemore. Seeing your plans go up in smoke must sting a little.
A small setback. All this equipment, miners included, can be replaced in a short time.
Tak właśnie na pomarańczowo zawsze są zaznaczone rzeczy w tej grze do przesunięcia. Jednak w tej sytuacji też się nie zawiodłem. Do dołu. Do dołu. Da, fajne takie chodzenie. Jest dron ninja. Właśnie, muzykę zmieniła. Dobra, hakowanko.
That did the job.
Oj. Strzelba robi robotę. Jeszcze...
These vents are an obvious flaw in their security setup.
Okej, chyba z kabelkiem. Znowu mała szczelina. Powiem wam, że mi się podobają te sekwencje, gdzie jesteśmy robotem. Oprócz tego, że... Oprócz tego, że robot ma nogi, ale tak jest ciekawie. A, to tutaj. Aha. O Jezu. No, my chyba mamy małą fabrykę tych dronów. Dobra, ja muszę sobie... O Jezu, jak to mi się w oczach mieni. Dobra, jeżeli na speedzie przelecie... A, dobra, czyli dobrze trafiłem. O kurde. Dobra, udało się. Ziu.
I've been following your progress. You've done good, Mr. Roslin. I'm moving in to make a formal arrest.
Blakemore's in a bind, but he's not showing it. Let's hope he surrenders without too much fuss.
I've got him just where I want him. Now is the moment to apprehend him while he is at his weakest. It's time for the fleet to exert its authority on this matter. Your aid has been invaluable, Mr. Roslin, but you need to step aside and allow the weight of galactic law to do its work.
Well, let's see how this goes down with the locals.
Attention, this is Commissioner Hawk of the Colonial Fleet. The GNB leadership is to relinquish its position at once. This is your only warning.
I had a feeling it was you behind these nuisance incursions all along, Hawk. You are well beyond your jurisdiction and are overstepping your boundaries. Here in the DMZ, I call the shots.
Oscar Blakemore, you are to present yourself at the docking area for immediate arrest.
You have no powers here, and to prove that point, here is my authority to take you into custody.
What's going on? Elites using wormholes? Surprise, surprise. Damn it. They seem to have received weapon upgrades too. And Ghost is gone with the mainframe disruptor. Oh, this is real bad.
Command your elite units to stand down at once.
If Commissioner falls into Blakemore's hands, nothing will stand in his way.
To have successfully disabled the Commissioner's cruiser.
This is just getting worse. One more hit and I'm done for.
Units, hold your fire. Now, whatever malicious software you hit my mining fleet with surely has reversal codes. So I'm going to ask you nicely, at first, give me the codes or the Commissioner dies, and then you die.
Don't do it, Adam!
Killing a fleet officer would really be crossing the point of no return, Blakemore. Give up while you can, and end this craziness.
You are not in the position to be making demands. Your deaths will be my pleasure.
Boss, wait. Let me handle this. I believe I can persuade our visitor to hand over the codes. All I need is to jog his memory and help him set his priorities.
If it saves time, do it. I'll keep the Commissioner here as collateral.
After you, brother. Where are you taking me? Somewhere you need to see. Let's just say, back to where it all began.
Co tu się dzieje, kurde?
You remember this place, right? Where we were created. Yeah, unnerving, isn't it? A proper family reunion. Why did you bring me here? I wanted to show you the handiwork of your Commissioner Hawk. She did this. Shutting down cloning facilities was a fleet directive. We are an embarrassment to keep concealed from the homeworlds, but you know that. Hawk has been using that as leverage against you, and playing you for a fool. You've been working the wrong side. You've forgotten where we belong. Our future is in the Beltigrades, and with GNB. You obviously have no understanding of what's at stake here. You can't touch the comet. It'll mean war. Millions will die. Once we have the Viridium, we can handle the Okar. I wouldn't be so sure of that. With enough of their sacred resources, we can match Okar technology. That wormhole tech was just a taste. Blakemore is a visionary. Under his leadership, the Beltigrades can be its own entity. I don't think that would serve anyone but himself. Do you want to waste your existence in obscurity? I know you, as well as I know myself. You want to be a part of this. It's in our DNA. But at what cost? We are the perfect vessels for a new era, and together we could achieve marvelous things. Being clones doesn't make us genetically superior. We might share the same DNA, but we're really nothing alike at all. It's disappointing to find you so unreceptive. We're the last, you know. All our brothers gone, dead. We could have made the perfect team. Is this how you do your bargaining? I really don't need you, you know. The virus you uploaded is only a minor setback. Let me spell this out for you. I will dismantle the life you have built, your pathetic den, and the degenerates you collected within it. Unless you hand over the codes. Let's make it easier for all of us. Don't mess with my friends!
The ship's damage is critical. I strongly advise that you use the nearby repair bay.
Are you telling me this bay is still operational?
That seems to be the case.
No, nie jesteśmy rozwaleni. Ej, pancerz nam sam się regeneruje. Opatrzcie, jest już po polsku. Po 10 sekundach bez trafienia zyskujesz 2% pancerza co sekunda aż do połowy jego łącznej wartości. A, i dlatego nam się regeneruje pancerz. Czyli w końcu naprawili to po tych update'ach. Kurde, czyli zostawiliśmy tam naszego brata klonowego na pastwę losu. Trochę tak... Nie wiem, czy w stylu naszego bohatera. No dobra. Myślałem, że to on w ogóle będzie ostatecznym bossem, co nie? Potem wiecie. Brat przeciwko bratu. Znaczy, no klon przeciwko klonowi. No, w pewnym sensie bracia. O, drony nawet dalej latają.
Complete. Let's get the hell out of here while we still can.
It appears that your clone counterpart has extricated himself from his predicament and could be airborne very soon.
That was it. You blew your last chance. I may as well leave you here to rot. It's parsecs from the heart of the DMZ, and without my wormhole tech, you're as good as buried here. If you ever make it back to Cedo, you'll find nothing but ashes and dust where your base used to be. Have fun dying slowly in the knowledge that your friends will die before you. Damn it. We better act fast. Hive, where are we exactly?
We are currently in the Keone system, which is centered around a neutron star of the same name. The system contains several smaller planetoids and is considered uninhabitable due to the residual radiation from the resident star's relatively recent supernova. Your clone counterpart was correct in his assertion that we may be stuck, as I detect no operational jump gates here. Another means of travel will be necessary.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Carla, do you read me?
How did it go, Nama?
I need your help urgently for getting me out of where I am right now. Are there any locations close to my position where I could construct a spatial bypass?
No, not at your location. I would need a little more data. Send me some scans from other locations nearby, Toka, so I can analyze them.
Okay. I'll explore the nearby planetoids in order to get you the information you need. Can you put me through to Delia or Ben?
Adam, what's your status? Was the mission a success?
Things didn't quite pan out as expected. It seems my clone counterpart knows the base's location, and the elite squad could be headed straight for you, trying to obliterate you. The mining fleet isn't going anywhere for now. But where it all went wrong is when Hawk arrived on the scene to apprehend Blakemore, and the elites appeared out of nowhere. They've been fitted out with some kind of Okar wormhole tech. From what I can gather, that's what their mission to the Byron system was about.
What can we do? I'm not sure this place could withstand an assault.
Mount whatever defenses you can until I get back. Brief the others to make urgent preparations and muster any firepower they can. Ghost made it out with Hawk's mole Tammy, and they'll hopefully get to be with you soon, so you'll have some more help there.
We're in pretty deep, aren't we?
Ben, now more than ever, you need to protect the people we've given a home to. Please, I can't have them die because of me.
I'll do my best.
Kurde, opuść tę lokalizację, w swoim układzie miejsca, które możesz stworzyć tego. Okej, kurde. Mówię, że mamy 48 minutę, ale myślę, że możemy polecieć sobie i coś tu poskanować, ale już mamy endgame'owa lokacja, co nie?
Data unavailable. Most likely a clone carrier left over from the Okar Wars.
Hey, Hive. If you knew each of my earlier iterations, what can you tell me about the particular one I'm up against?
I can recall all of your versions, but to distinguish them characteristically is beyond my capabilities.
I guess all I really need to know is that now it's just me and him.
Ostatnie klony, dobra, ale gdzie ja mam lecieć? Jak ten quest w ogóle? Znajdź w tym układzie miejsce, w którym możesz stworzyć portal. A, czyli tak chcę po prostu. Nie wiem, może blisko gwiazdy. Dobra, bramka numer 1.
Kala, I've arrived at one of the highlighted locations. How does this look to you?
No, this is not a suitable place. You need to move on.
Damn it. I really don't need these setbacks right now. Adam to base. Any visitors yet? Any updates?
Ghost and Tammy have arrived. No sign of any G&B yet, thankfully. Eduardo thinks he has a way of getting the on-site artillery up and running again.
The turrets? They look beyond repair last time I inspected them. That sure sounds hopeful.
There are reserve turrets under the surface that could be put to use, if we could figure out how to link a power supply to them.
Seems like you've got the situation under control.
We need you here, Adam. We can't mount a proper defense without you.
I'm working on getting back as soon as I can.
Dobra, spróbujmy bramkę numer 2, czyli drugą obok słońca. W ogóle tamten układ jest taki, że tam umiera się? I jeszcze ten quest lokacji, uratuj te gąbkowe stworzenia. O kurde.
Any good?
No, I don't see a good place for a rip here.
It's not your fault. I'll keep looking.
No ta gwiazda jest chyba supernową, tak? Albo ma być zaraz supernową. Kurde, nie mogę stąd wylecieć. Kurde, bo ja F-kę trzymam jak ten ułomny człowiek. Chyba mogłem normalnie C sobie wyskoczyć. Ale wiecie co, jest 52 minuta, nie chcę przedłużać zbytnio tego odcinka, więc was zachęcam do zostawienia lajka. Ja oczywiście usiądę do kontynuacji tego odcinka, już teraz. A wy kolejny odcinek zobaczycie jeszcze oczywiście w tym tygodniu, bo 2 odcinki zawsze są co tydzień. Więc przypominam was, żebyście zostawili lajka, czy dla gry, czy dla mnie. Zachęcam was do napisania komentarza i do zostawienia subskrypcji, żeby nie przegapić kolejnego odcinka, czy też innych serii. I jak coś, to w opisie jest link do Discorda, gdzie jest harmonogram tygodniowy i dokładnie piszę, kiedy będzie kolejny odcineczek. Czasowo to różnie jest na kanale, ale danego dnia zawsze wychodzi. No, więc LMO z tej strony matiszxcs, komentujcie, subskrybujcie, łapkujcie. Elo!